everybody, this week we're going to talk about one of the stories that Jesus told. Does anybody know what those are called? Those stories that he told? So they're called parables. So we're going to listen to one of Jesus's parables. So here it is. The Bible tells us it's important to take care of anyone who is poor or weak or helpless. We must show them God's love and care for them in any way we can. One day, Jesus was invited to have a meal at the home of an important Pharisee. Lots of rich people were there, watching Jesus and listening to him. He told this story to the Pharisee. The man prepared a great feast. When everything was ready, he sent his servant to invite his friends to come. But everyone who was invited made excuses. The first people said, "I cannot come because I have bought a piece of land and I need to go and see it." The next person who was invited to see the feast replied, "I have bought 5 oxen and need to see if they work as a team plowing, so I cannot come." The person who was invited said he couldn't come to the feast because he had just gotten married. People were just too busy. The man was disappointed and said, "Go into the streets and lanes of the city and invite the poor, those with disabilities, and the blind to my feast. Encourage them all to come. There's plenty of room for everyone. Take care of the poor and the helpless in the world, and you will be blessed." So in this story, we hear all these people are too busy to come to the feast and all of that. And what is the feast really? The feast is spending time with God and God's table. And all these people are saying they're too busy. But there was always room for the people who need, that were helpless, that needed help. And there's always room at God's table for all of those people. There's also room at God's table for everybody that was so busy that they couldn't come too. And this parable shows us how we need to take time for God in our lives and be able to spend time with him, but also welcome other people to spend time with God with us. Let's go ahead and make our craft. For this craft, you want a piece of a bright color construction paper, a piece of black or gray construction paper, scissors, and a glue stick, and a marker. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your black construction paper. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to draw an arc like that. And I'm going to cut it out. Then I have a circle. Then I'm going to take my black construction paper, we'll unfold. On one side, I'm going to draw a spoon. So a circle. On the other side, I'm going to draw a fork. There we go. There's a fork. And then I'm going to cut those out. There's my spoon, and then I'll cut out my fork. Fork's gonna be a little harder to cut out. So a cool cutting trick is to kind of turn the paper instead of turning your scissors completely. Just makes it easier to cut some of those tight corners. There we go. Then I'm going to take my bright colored paper. I'm going to glue my circle down the middle. What do you think my circle is if this is my placemat? Right, my circle's my plate here. And I'm going to glue that down. Draw a circle inside so it just looks a little bit more like a plate. And then we're going to put our spoon and our fork down. I never know which side they go on. I think the fork goes on the right and on the left and the spoon goes on the right, but I'm not positive. That's something I can never remember. Something my mom used to yell at me for a lot of times when I was a kid, when I put everything backwards. But here's my placemat. Let me adjust my camera little bit so you can see the whole thing. So then once I have my pretty placemat, I'm going to write everyone is welcome at God's table. You can hang this up somewhere, maybe on your fridge or somewhere, to remind you that everyone's welcome with God and everyone's welcome at God's table. I hope you had fun making your craft this week. I hope you have a great week and can find ways to welcome more people to God's table. I'll see you in Sunday school. Bye!